Hey everybody, it's your man Fitman. So today's topic, we're going to talk about pre and post workout nutrition and why it's so important to your results, to making it in the game, to making progress, okay? A lot of people seem to skimp on this pre and post workout thing like it just doesn't matter, it doesn't exist. So I'll just eat anything or I'll eat any time of the day. That's not how the body works. It's not how it works, okay? So we'll start with the pre-workout nutrition. Now, what is training at its base? It's an energy expenditure. So every time you train, you're using energy, okay? If you don't have energy, what's gonna happen? Your body's gonna store into its resources the muscle, which you don't want the body to touch. It's gotta pull energy from somewhere, okay? So if you go into your workouts with no food in the system, guess what? You're not helping yourself. You're not getting stronger. You're not getting better. You don't have any energy to burn, okay? How do we solve this issue? Pre-workout, training, sprints, this style of exercise requires glycogen. That's the fuel. Glycogen comes from your carbohydrates that you ingest. So our brown rice, our sweet potatoes, our quinoa, these types of things are the things that you need to be eating pre-workout. Now the amounts are going to vary based on what your goal is. If your goal is fat loss, it's not going to be as many. If your goal is mass and size, it's going to be a whole lot. Pretty simple. You want to pair those carbs with a good protein source. Chicken breasts, ground turkey, ground beef. Stick most times with the 93.7. That's what you want your minimum to be. You don't want to buy that. You don't want to go buy that 73.27 meat. Okay? That's just absolutely appalling. Okay? So, that's the first thing, okay? So, moderate to high carbohydrate source of protein before you work out. Now, the window as far as when you need to eat it is going to vary per person. Some people, I'd say on average, is like 2 hours. Some people, when you first start training, your metabolism's not up to par. It may take you longer to digest food. You may need to go 3 hours. Some people burn a little faster. They can do it in 90 minutes. I like to do somewhere between 75 and 90 minutes. That's like a solid time for me. If I'm eating a bigger meal, then I'll go 2 hours. Okay, that's just me. Okay, my metabolism is on 100 all the time. Okay, so that's pre-workout. Carbs and protein. Get the energy to do what you gotta do. Get the energy to progress in your workouts. Now post-workout is very similar. Nothing really changes because now you've broken down all the muscle while you're working out. So you got to repair it. What's going to repair it? That protein. Put it back in the system. Okay. Now your glycogen stores are depleted because you've used it all in all those heavy lifts and all those sprints or whatever you did that day. In order to replace the glycogen, you got to put some carbs back in the system. Okay. Now again, it's going to vary based on what your goal is. Okay. If your goal is fat loss, then you may end up bypassing the carbs completely or having a very low amount of them post-workout. If it's size gains, strength gains, then you're going to have, a high amount of carbs, a moderate to high amount of carbs. These are the times that you need to eat your food around your workout, okay? If you only had 2 meals a day, those are the most important too. Those two, when it comes to training. If you're skipping them, you're really wasting time in there because you're not repairing your body. You got to repair the system. Okay, the whole game's about recovery. If I go train hard, go home, and go to sleep, I'm not recovering. It's not helping me. You got to recover these muscles. Okay, so carbs and protein pre-workout, carbs and protein post-workout. That's your fuel source. That's what keeping you in the game. Okay, like I said, if your goals are different, then you're going to change the amounts of the carbohydrates that you're going to use. And as far as fats go, you're going to get your fats as a byproduct from the meat that you're eating, or if you're cooking that meat in an olive oil. Okay? It's pretty simple as far as pre and post workout nutrition. Don't skimp on it, or you're really, like I said, it's going to end up being a waste of time for you. Don't skimp on your pre and post workout nutrition. This is something I try to drill into people's brain as far as what they need to do to make progress. When I was young, I used to skip these meals or have bad meals. I can remember being 21 years old and having Wendy's pre-workout and Wendy's post-workout. Just eating junk, fries. And I mean, I would come to the gym, I'd be sluggish, like you just can't perform. Okay? Have it down to a science now, though. You got to find the foods that work for you. Okay? For me, brown rice, sweet potatoes, and, you know, a 93.7 ground lean meat work for me. That's great for me. You may be different. You may be quinoa and chicken breast. You know? You may be, you know, potatoes and tuna. I don't know. But you need the carbs and the protein pre and post workout to ensure that you're continually progressing. All right? Holla at me.